Hi. Oh, sorry. I think I'm already live and I didn't realise. Hi. So, can anybody put some messages up so I can see who's there, please? Hello, Lorraine. I see you're there. Who else have we got around? And I must admit, this is my first time, so excuse me if I make any mistakes with all of this. Right, so I'd like to be able to see more people. Who's there? Can we have a few names come up again, please? If you're there, that would be cool. I think Shane, I believe Shane's there, and Emma's on at the moment as well, by the looks of it. Right, well, here's a list of what I need you to get. And what I'm planning on doing is a little art craft session each day, just very quickly to give you some ideas, something to think about, something to try. So today, if you'd like to find some printer paper, just the cheap printer paper at home, maybe 3 or 4 sheets, a pencil, and either some felt pens or some crayons. So if you'd like to go and find those for a minute, then we'll start properly at past. I've got some other people coming up now. We've got Gillian's there. Hello, Gillian in Germany. Lorraine. Who else have we got? So if you can all just quickly try and find these bits and pieces. You'll need some printer paper, 3 or 4 sheets, a pencil, some felt pens or crayons. So something to make a light mark, something to make a stronger mark. This is all a bit of fun for all ages, all abilities, so just give it a go, have a bit of a giggle. I hope you can all see me and my sheets here. So let's see, who else have we got there? Lorraine, I can see, Gillian, and I think we have more. Let me see. And well, I'm hoping I've got a few of you there. As I said, this is my first time doing this, so I may not get everything right, so please bear with me. And yeah, it would be great to see what's going on. As far as I'm aware, we're now at 2:30, and so I shall start again here for those of you just arriving. I'm Jeanni. I'm a local artist who teaches art on the beaches around Cornwall. For this little art session, completely free, all ages, all abilities, you need a few sheets of printer paper, mark. And then in a moment we'll start. Okay, I'm getting a few thumbs up, so I know there's some of you out there. If you enjoy it today, please tell your friends and get them to join in tomorrow. I'm going to try and do something arty crafty most days, and I'll send out a notice tonight saying what time, depending on the feedback today. So I'm hoping the way I've got this all set up, you can now see the paper. Now, with any luck, you should have all got your paper and your pens. I'm going to give you a few more moments just in case anyone's struggling finding things, and then we'll start. I'm hoping I can get it so you can see both me and the paper, and that the words at the bottom aren't obscuring your view. And I'm trying to read these messages upside down as I've got a mirror so I can see you writing. I hope to get it coming up on the other screen, but I'm struggling a bit. If anyone has great advice for me afterwards, please do give it to me. And then I'll try and make it even more fun next time by getting these things a bit better. Okay, so first of all, starting off, blank sheet of paper. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do, in a pencil preferably, is you're going to draw a simple egg shape in the middle. So we're going to do one on the first sheet of paper. I'll do it and then you can copy, and then we'll all know we're doing the same thing. And then you can play with this later, and please send me your results. So here we go. Here's the piece of paper. I'm going to point the camera down a bit more just so you can see more of what I'm doing and less of me. There you go. Now, to draw an egg shape, think about a crucifix in your mind. You don't need to draw it. And then if you did draw that whole crucifix, you'd draw around the top half of it like that. So that's like half a circle. But the bottom half, if you can imagine the crucifix, is coming down longer. So we're going to come down like that, and we basically get an egg shape. So draw yourself in pencil an egg shape like that. Okay, put a few thumbs ups and things if you're getting on, or you can see what I'm doing, all right, just to reassure me I'm not talking to nobody. Okay. And what you're going to do next is about halfway down, top to bottom, because this is going to be a face. If I put you back quickly to my face, you'll see that halfway down, roughly speaking, are your eyes. So you're going to put a little mark on your paper about halfway down like this, and that's going to be the line where you're going to put the eyes in a minute. This is all in pencil still. I'm doing it in felt pen so you can see me. Okay, when you've done that, we'll go back to my face again. You're now going to go top to bottom for your face. Your eyes are roughly halfway, but your nose is roughly halfway again between your eyes and your chin. So we're going to put another little mark down here, about halfway again, and that's basically the line for your nose. If we come back up to my face, you'll see that between your nose and your chin, about halfway again, and this is all very rough, but it just gives you an idea, you've got your mouth lines. So I'm now going to mark that onto my picture here, halfway down again, there goes the mouth line. All right, so you've got 3 little marks. Now we're going to put a little mark at the top of the head for the very top, and a little mark at the bottom for the chin. I hope you're all with me still at the moment. And then we're going to play a few games with this, and then I'm dying to see all your results later. So for anyone just joining, I'm just going to start again. I'm Art Jeanni. You need some printer paper, A4 printer paper, a pencil, and something else, a biro, a felt pen, crayons, something to make a stronger mark afterwards. I'm working in felt pen at the moment only so you can see what I'm doing. At this stage, I would rather you were working in pencil, and you should have something like this now. So you've got an egg shape, and we did that by drawing a crucifix, and then we margined off halfway down for the eyes, halfway again for the nose, halfway down again for the mouth. Okay, so here we go. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make this one very simple. We're going to turn it into a clown. Now, clowns are nice and it's simple because we don't have to worry about drawing eyes and things too much. So very lightly in your pencil, just put a little dotted line across, joining your eye line like that. Then draw a little dotted line across, drawing your nose line. And then draw another little dotted line across to join across your mouth line. Okay, so far everything's really simple. I hope you can all see. So give that a go. These are very faint marks you should be making. I'm only working in felt pen so you can see me. Now draw a little line top to bottom in dots. And that little line goes from the chin to the top of the head. Okay, so far that's what you should have. Now this is when you could go into a stronger marker, or you could stay in pencil and then work over it afterwards, which might be the better idea for your first one. We're going to turn this into a clown. So using this straight line here that we've got, I'm going to get you to draw a straight line for the clown's eye. And then following that central line here, we're going to do a straight down line like that for his eye. over here, we're going to do another straight line across for his eye. And then, like the line down the middle of the page, we're going to do a straight down line like that for his other eye. All right, is everyone with me? I do hope so. Give me some thumbs up so I can see you there, because I'm looking at you through a mirror, so I'm seeing everything upside down and back to front. Any thumbs ups to know that we're going all right? I do hope you are. Okay, next, we're going to go on to the nose. And thank you for the thumbs ups, whoever you are. That's fantastic. The nose is going to go where the central line down the face and the nose line cross or intersect. And we're going to give him a nice big round nose like that. So if you'd like to do that with yours. And then when you've done it, stick some thumbs ups up, and now I know that everyone's with me. This is very strange talking to an unseen audience. This is my first time, so I hope it's okay. Okay, usually I can see people's faces and I know what's happening. So, oh, thank you for the thumbs ups, whoever you are. Oh, that's making me feel better. Okay, so the mouth, because this is a nice happy clown, is going to go now like this. This is his mouth line. That would be the center of his mouth. So it's going to be like a giant banana, and it's going to go up and down and round and over like that. So it's like a giant banana for his mouth. And then we're going to join a line right through the middle of it like a good old-fashioned clown and put those two little dashes at the ends. So he looks like a nice happy clown. Now we're going to put his ears in. Ears, if you look at me again in the mirror, and it's hard to see because my hair's all over the place, but the top of my ear is pretty much in line with my eyes, and the bottom of my ear pretty much in line with the bottom of my nose. So we're going to put his ears in here, and because he's a clown, we can make his ears a bit funny if we want, a bit bigger than usual. And so I'm going to give him a nice ear on both sides fitting in there. All right, so we've got the egg shape, then we did the cross line down the middle, we did a cross for the eyes, a cross for the nose, a cross for the mouth, then we did his crossy eyes, his circly nose and the big smiley banana mouth, and then we've done two ears. Next, we're going to give him some hair, and we can give him funny hair like this to make it easy. So he's now got some sticky out ears, or hair and sticky out ears. There we go. Now, obviously you could do other things with him, but for now we'll go with this because it's nice and simple. We're now going to give him a nice collar. And his collar is going to come around like this. So here we go. And round we go with his collar. And then I'm going to give him another row of collar underneath it. So he's got a lovely ruffly collar. There we go. And that is your first drawing of the clown. But what you've also learnt is the general proportions of a human face while you're doing it. But by doing a clown, we've made it really easy. Now, what you can do is you now could go over the lines that you particularly like in a felt pen or in a biro or in colours, and you could even colour it in later. And if you do colour it in, I would love to see it. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes just to finish your clown off nice and strong so we can see it. We don't really want to see the dots, that's why we did that in pencil. And then I'm going to show you some really clever things you can do with this clown to make him happy, sad, and looking in all different directions. So finish that one off first. When you've finished your clown, send me a couple of thumbs ups or something so that I know we're ready to move on again. I'm just going to stand this up for a minute and aim the camera at it so that you can see more clearly. And you can see what you're aiming at, something along the lines of that. Okay, and as I said, some thumbs ups and some hearts or anything you like would be nice, just so that I can see someone's there. I think my friend Shane's out there, and he's used to all this stuff, so I think he better give me some tips afterwards to let me know how to do it even better. Oh, thank you, Shane. I saw the heart go up. Yeah, and Lorraine's way better than this standard of portraiture, I know, but it's all good fun. The next bit's really good fun. So Lorraine, are you still there? Oh, Em's there. Hi, Mum. That's cool. Anybody else want to put any messages up? Claire Finch. Hey, Claire, lovely to see you. Hope you're enjoying the clown with me. Who else is there? Let me see. Put some messages up because I'm feeling lonely and this is very, very strange. A teacher of this many years, never ever taught to nobody before. It's very strange. Not that you're nobody. You're obviously there, but I can't see you. Oh, we've got, oh, somebody else. I can't read that one back to front. That's difficult to read. But Carol, nice to meet you. Hi. And we're going to move on now. So you've done your clown face like that. You could colour it in, you could stick sparkles on it, you could do patterns and zigzags and whatever you like. So I'd love to see these pictures afterwards. Please, please, please send them through to me via Facebook when you've finished. And I might even put a bit of a gallery up later today. That would be fun, I should think. And I don't do prizes because I'm not one for saying who's best and who's worst. As far as I'm concerned, art should be about everybody just having fun. So I hope you're enjoying yourselves now. We're going to move on now. We're going to get a bit more clever. So what I'd like you to do on the next sheet, I'm going to point you down again at my piece of paper, is this time, this is called portrait for those who don't know, but this is called landscape when you have the paper that way. So could you put your picture landscape this time, please, or rather your piece of paper? Go back to using your pencil first so you don't make a very dark mark. I'm going to move this light over a bit so maybe you can see a bit better. No, I don't think that's actually helping. Okay, well, I'll work on all of this so the lighting's better tomorrow. Please bear with me. Okay, so we're going to do 3 faces on the 1 page. So in your mind, you've got to divide this into 3. The first egg I'm going to do in the middle, so don't make them too big or else they'll all be bumping into each other. So there's my first egg. Here's my second egg. Whoa, this one's a bit wonky. He's got a very strange shaped face. And here's my third egg. So a big round top and a longer bottom. That sounds very weird. I'm sorry about that. This one's come out a very peculiar shape, but we won't worry about that. So 3 faces this time in a row. I've got somebody from Germany now. Yay! Lots of people coming in from different places. I wonder if I've got any of my Australian friends up. That would be fun. Okay, so next, we're doing exactly what we did before. Is we're going to put a little mark halfway down like that in pencil on each face for the eyes, like that. Then we're going to put a little mark on each face for the nose, which is halfway down again, if you remember when we looked at my face. Halfway down again, roughly. It's not exactly right. And as a real artist, what you have to learn to be, I'm getting ink all over my mirror, that's not good, is to really look for yourself and be a bit of a police detective. So teachers, including myself, give you sort of rules, but these aren't rules you have to stick to. You have to stick to what you really see. But this is just to give you an idea what to look for. All right. Now we put the little mark at the top and at the bottom of each face. So top and bottom, top and bottom. Okay. So can I have a few more thumbs ups or something just so I know that everyone's caught up with me? I'm finding it hard to judge the timing when I don't see anything. So send me some thumbs ups when you've done your 3 faces. So you need a halfway for the eyes, a halfway again for the nose, and a halfway again for the mouth. So I've got 1 thumbs up, 2. I've got one from Germany, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, this is going well. Fantastic. So we're going on to do now the middle face, which you all already know how to do. So what you've got to do with the middle face is come down the middle like this and put your dotty line, and then you're going to put your little pencil dotty line across from eye to eye, And then you're going to do another little dotty line across from nose to nose line, and then another little dotty line, mouth to mouth line. Okay, so if you all give that one a go. And before you fill in all the extras, well, actually, no, why don't you fill in the extras on that one for yourselves already? So we're going to put in his crisscrossy eyes that follow the dots this way and also follow the dots that way. Crisscrossy eye again, this way and that way. And nose on this line. And then the mouth goes on that bottom line, and we want a great big smiley mouth. We don't want any sad mouths in this one. I think one face is going to have a sad mouth, but the other ones can have a happy mouth. So we've got his mouth. Okay. Has everyone done that one? A few thumbs ups just so I know someone's there and that you're nearly up with me. No, everyone's going slowly. Anybody there? Anyone done it? Oh, here we go. A couple of you are finishing. Oh, there we are. Right, now, in with the ear, from the eye line down to the nose line. Don't get too big this time because we've got some more faces to do. Now we can go in and do the other ear on the other side. We can give him some spiky hair. There we go. And we can give him a nice big collar. So there we go. And there is clown number one. I don't know why, but I'm going to call this one Joe. He's going to be Joe the clown for some reason. So I've finished Joe, but he's got two friends, and that's what we're going to do. And this is the really tricky bit, the bit where you might not know how to do it, which will be something new to learn. So here we go. Okay. So when you've finished your clown, you can give him a name too if you want to, but you can do the colouring in and things later when I'm gone, but you've got the beginnings of it then. Can you give me some thumbs up when you're ready to do the next one, please? And we'll go over to this one. Have you got some thumbs ups yet? Have you finished the middle clown? Yep, we're getting there. That's good. So this time it's a bit more tricky, so you've got to watch really, really carefully. I'm going to do this clown big just so you can see it. You do yours smaller. I'm just going to do it big so you can be really clear what I'm asking you to do. So if I swap that one out, I'm just going to give myself another big face, and then you'll be able to see more clearly what we're doing. So there goes the face. Top, bottom, middle, half, half. Now this time when you do it, we're going to take your dotty line from the top to bottom, but we're not going straight, we're going around in a curve. And we're following the kind of curve of the side of the face. So there we go, round like that. Can everybody see? So you're doing that to your next one. So if you could all do that, then send me a thumbs up or a heart or something so that I know you're catching up with me, okay? Okay, that's good. And I'm getting a few flying up now, so I think we're good. Now we're going to go to the eye line. Now again, instead of going straight across, we're going to do something really strange. We're going to go up and over. So we're going up, 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 up in a curve till we hit that middle line. Then we're going from there down to our line again. So we've gone all the way up to the point of the curve where the other going the other way. Then we've gone down again. Now we're going to do the same with the nose line. So watch again. We're going up, 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 up to the middle, and then we're going down again to the nose line over here. So can you all do that, please? And now we're going to do the mouth one exactly the same. So we're going from the mouth up, 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 And then we're going down, 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 down till we touch the mouth line again. All right, so I'm getting some thumbs up. I guess people are keeping up with me. That's good. So this time when we turn him into a clown, it's a bit different. We don't just draw a straight cross because that would look wrong. The cross for his eyes now has to follow that new curve. And this curve here down the face gives us this curve for his eye. Then we do the same over here. Follow the curve for the middle of the cross and follow the curve in the middle of the face to get the other version. So now we've got the two eyes in place. This one's a bit squashed and a bit smaller because it's sort of round the corner. Now we're going to do his nose, and because he's looking sideways, his nose this time is going to maybe even come over the side of his face and over that eye a bit like that. So give that one a go. And send me some thumbs ups again when you're there, then I'll know to keep up with you guys. It's very nice for you all to be here. Thank you so much for putting up with me doing this. I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you like the idea of me doing something like this most days. It would just be 15, 20, 30 minutes, something to entertain. I thought this was a good time, but again, if anyone's got any comments on that, please let me know. Now, we're going to do the banana mouth, but this time the banana's going to be bigger on this side and only a small bit on that side. So we go round doing the banana mouth, but this time he's going to be a sad clown. So I'm following the shape of my curve like that, and there's my sad clown. Okay, I can see some other names coming up. I need to change how I'm doing this, but I can't quite see and read backwards because I'm having to do it in a mirror so you can see both me and the picture. Following through the middle of his mouth, following the curve you drew, and then I'm putting those little lines. So there's Mr. Clown this time. He's a sad one. Don't be frightened to let his nose go over the edge. It will actually make him look even more like he's looking sideways. Now this time we can't see that ear anymore, but we're going to put his ear here on this side because we will see that one, but it will now not be hanging over the edge of his face. It will probably be just on it. His hair will now be on his head here. And there's also someone there online. I made the hint that this clown looked a bit like him. So I know he's out there. I won't say who it was, but my apologies. I'd like a thumbs up or something just to know we're still friends. And you've got his hair on. So you're only seeing a little bit of his hair there this time. And you're seeing a bigger bit of his hair this side. Okay. And then at the bottom, we're going to go into his frilly collar again. And we've got our clown sideways. So on your page now, you will have a sideways clown in that space there. I've just done it bigger so you could see. So you'll have one clown looking in and one clown looking forward. Now we've got one more clown to do. And I don't think it takes much imagination to work out what he'll be doing, but he's going to look the other way. So again, I'm going to use a big bit of paper so you can follow what I'm doing, but I want you to do it on your other sheet. In your pencil again, and then you can draw over all of these in bright colours and fill them in. Whatever you do, don't put the dots in again. The dots are only to help you when you're drawing, but only do the big bold lines in your bright colours afterwards. So here we go. We're now doing another egg, but you've already drawn yours, so I'm just catching up again. Eyes, nose, mouth, top, bottom. Now this time we want the face looking the other way. So the line down from the top to bottom this time is going to curve that way. So we're going to go dot, 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 dot round here. Like little footsteps all the way down to the bottom. When we've done that, this last clown was looking up, so we're going to make this one look down. And the way we're going to do that is to go from his eye line and go dot, 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 dot down. And then we're going to go dot, 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 up to his eye line again. Then we're going to go again. We're going to go dot, 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 down. And then we're going to go dot, 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 up to his nose line. And don't be frightened to really swoop right down. Don't try and go in a straight line. The whole point is we're not. With the mouth, down, 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 and then up, 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 up. So there's my face for the down one. So what we're going to do now is put this one's eyes on. But again, we don't just put a straight cross. We follow our new line. And we're going to go round like that, following that curve. And then I'm going to follow the other curve the other way. And follow the curve for that eye. And remember, that eye is going to be smaller because it's round the corner. And then I'm going to put the line through the middle of it like that. I'm down to the nose now, and again this nose is going to come right off, and it comes exactly where those two lines cross, and I'm going to do a great big nose like that, and it's going to hang right over the edges. And now I'm going to do his mouth, and it's going to follow the curve here, and this time some of his mouth is going to be tucked up behind his nose. And this one's a happy clown again, so he's going to have a big smile again. So we've got one sad one and two happy ones. I'm going to give him an ear again. That ear over here won't show, but this ear will be in here. And then I'm going to give him some hair. I'm going to show where his hair would stick out on the other side over there. And then I'm going to give him a giant... Now your pictures are maybe a bit smaller than mine, but you will now have 3 clowns like this. You should have one looking down, one looking forward, and one looking up. One looking to the right and one to the left. Now, if you want to, you can either draw on the pencil ones that you've got and colour them in, but another really good trick is to lay another sheet of clean paper over the top, and if you hold it up to a window, can you see even here, because I've got a light behind it, you can see through to the clown. So this time, if I put that there, you can still see through. So you hold it to a window, it will be easier. But if you hold one in front of the other like that, you can then just draw the bits that you really want to show and not draw all the bits we don't want to show. And you can end up with a real professional looking drawing without all your workings in it. And then you can colour it in and have some fun with it. And that was traced from that onto that, and then you get a nice clean picture without all the lines. But either which way you can do that. And I'm going to show you a few. I think all good art teachers and things have to say, here's one I did earlier. So I'm just going to show you the one that I did earlier. This is showing you a more elaborate grid that you could make for yourself with faces going up, down, sideways and whatever. So there's an idea. And when I finish that, this is the sort of thing you can get. And you could do it with snowmen, you could do it with clowns. And when I was teaching in Australia, in schools, I had a girl, let me find it, who did this with it. She did her own face, doing the whole up, down, sideways thing using that same idea. So you can change it into human faces. I would begin with by doing it as not human faces because it's easier to learn what you're doing. Now, my details are below, but my name's Art Jeanni. You can find me at Art Jeanni on Facebook. You can also find me at Art at the Beach and Facebook. And I do also do private lessons and I do corporate events, and I'm going to start doing Zoom lessons for groups in the next couple of days. Just to give you all an idea about that, this was a boy working with me through Zoom yesterday. He started like that. We did a lesson which was explaining principles, which is what I'm all about, not just giving you here's what to do, I explain why. This was the photograph he was working from. And after the lesson, well, during the next lesson with me, so within an hour and a half, he'd done this image in London while I'm sitting here in Cornwall. That evening, he then went on and did an amazing, amazing drawing of his friend's dog himself, without me there at all. And today we're actually painting that dog now in full colour. And the thing that's really lovely about this whole process, doing it online, which I've never really thought about before, is that the person who achieves the art can be absolutely sure that I've done nothing to touch it, affect it, because so often it's easy to think I couldn't have done it without the teacher there. You know you're doing it without me there. And if you do get stuck, please, please, please don't hesitate to contact me and ask me. This is the typical sort of thing in private lessons. This was a 10-year-old girl's progress in 3 hours. She went from that to that in 3 hours. I'll put that up the other way maybe to you. That might be better. Sorry, I'm struggling to know which way to put things. And these pictures here were done sketch, perspective, and then paint, and its core fundamental rules. This was an elderly lady in her 90s who'd suffered a stroke, did this picture here after 5 lessons. This is a German lady who's online at the moment who did that one after 4 lessons. And this gentleman here did the portrait, which I'll bring up closer, after only 3 lessons. And these are people who've got no particular artistic ability beforehand. So if you're interested in private lessons, I'd love to teach you, or in a group lesson, but I am going to do little quick freebie things each day just to keep the children and adults entertained. I really hope you've enjoyed it. It's been lovely to meet you all. Please let me know if you enjoyed it, what else you might like me to do, and good luck with everything. Stay healthy, stay safe, wash your hands, and please be safe. That's the main thing. Take care. Love to you all. Bye. Send me some thumbs up and that so I know you're there. Fantastic. Okay, so thank you ever so much.